King Charles skips a major event on the calendar because he is still getting treatment for cancer. Welcome to Royal Cupcake. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications bell so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming Royal Cupcake. Even though he has always cared a lot about the environment, King Charles will not make an important trip to Azerbaijan for the global climate change meeting. King Charles will not be at the COP29 climate meeting in Azerbaijan next month because he is taking it easy on his health while he is getting treatment for cancer. The organizers of the 29th United Nations Climate Change Conference really wanted the passionate environmental activist to attend the meeting in Baku, where world leaders will be gathering. However, Charles is getting ready for a tour of Australia with Queen Camilla. Many people have praised his commitment to the environment, especially at earlier summits. The monarch spoke passionately at the opening of COP28 in Dubai last December. She warned that the world was alarmingly behind on meeting key goals of the 2015 Paris Agreement and called for serious action on climate change. Royal insiders say, though, that the UK government chose not to ask King Charles to attend the conference. The Mirror claims that Downing Street chose an abundance of caution because of his upcoming obligations after the autumn tour. The king will not be going to COP, a source said. The government has not asked him to go to the event, and he is also aware of his own obligations after the upcoming fall tour. In July, Charles welcomed Mukhtar Babayev, who is also the Minister of Ecology and Natural Resources for the Republic of Azerbaijan and is the president-elect of COP29, with open arms at his home in London, Clarence House. The king went back to work in April, and since he was diagnosed with cancer in February, he has been going to his weekly treatments every week. People close to the king say that Charles has mostly been spending time in Scotland, immersing himself in nature to aid his recovery, in between his weekly treatments in London. Health officials have given Charles, 75, the all-clear to stop his treatment for the autumn tour, which was made public last week. On October 17th, the king and queen will arrive in Sydney. They will then go to Samoa for the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, CHOM, where they will meet many world leaders. This is part of their 9-day trip. The COP29 meeting is from November 11th to 22nd, and palace staff and government leaders thought it would be too much for the king to handle. When the monarch gets back from Samoa, he has to get ready for the Remembrance Sunday services at the Cenotaph on November 10th. He also has to get back to his usual duties. Charles will also be 76 years old on November 14th, but palace insiders said there would be no public celebrations. Instead, they said the king would work that day and then celebrate quietly at home. A source said, the king would have loved the chance to go to the summit, but the autumn is already looking like it will be very busy. The tour to Australia and Samoa, along with the travel time in between, made it so that His Majesty would not go to the meeting this year. Charles will not be at the summit for the second time in 3 years. His decision to stay away was first affected by last year's advice from Liz Truss, who was Prime Minister at the time. People called Truss Britain's shortest Prime Minister because her 45-day term was so short. They said she didn't think the monarch should go to the meeting in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, in 2022. It was later confirmed by a statement from Buckingham Palace. With mutual friendship and respect, it was agreed that the king would not attend. In November 2021, the Queen spoke at a UN climate conference in Glasgow via video link. She emphasized her environmental commitments with the full backing of Boris Johnson, who was Treasury Secretary before her and the Tory leader at the time. Buckingham Palace has confirmed that the king will not be at COP this year.